Now at noon, more than 100 local men arrested in a major sex buying sting, part of a month-long multi-state operation. Plus, a miracle for one Houston area police officer. He was shot overnight in the chest, and just hours later, he walks out of the hospital. And shots fired at an SUV outside the National Security Agency this morning. Was it terrorism? The latest from Washington, D.C. Good afternoon. I'm Sherman Cha. We are starting with breaking news out of LaPorte. We are hearing reports of an explosion at the Lindy plant there. We're told it is a pressure explosion, that there were some injuries, and that LaPorte Fire and EMS are reporting there to that facility on Strand Road. There is no shelter in place at this time. Air 11 headed that way, and we will bring you updates as soon as we get them. In other news now, looking for love in all the wrong places landed more than 100 suspected Johns in jail here in Harris County. The Sheriff's Office is using Valentine's Day to highlight the ongoing sex trafficking issue. This sex buying sting lasted for more than a month and included multiple agencies. Our Jason Miles is live downtown with details. Jason?
Yeah, the Sheriff's Office just revealed results of this latest sting, part of a nationwide operation targeting those suspected sex buyers. Take a look at that variety of mugshots that was put on display for us. I'm told the arrest includes men of all ages and occupations. Some of these suspects look really young to me. The operation, part of what's called the National John Suppression Initiative. That's a mouthful. Basically, female deputies posed as sex workers. They advertised online, then agreed to meet with these suspects at a motel here in Harris County. That's where the suspects were then arrested. The Harris County Sheriff's Office netted more arrests than any other department participating in this operation.
We are disturbed that the demand for illegal sex trade remains strong in Harris County, despite sting operations such as the one we just conducted.
The Sheriff's Office and prosecutors have recently shifted their focus from charging sex workers, prostitutes, etc., to going after pimps and the suspected Johns, the people who actually keep the sex trade going. In Harris County and Houston, as you know, one of the hotbeds for it. A nonprofit was also here during the briefing here today. They actually work to rehabilitate these Johns. They say that's an important part of this puzzle. Back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Jason. Several people taken to the hospital after a car rammed a security barrier outside the NSA headquarters this morning. Investigators say this is not linked to terror, but there's no word yet on why the driver tried to breach that gate. Several bullets piercing the windshield of a black SUV outside of Fort Meade there. The NSA released a statement saying that the situation is under control and there is no ongoing security or safety threat. A close call for an Humboldt police officer who was able to walk away from the hospital after being shot in the chest. Officer Cliff Goddard now at home. He was released from the hospital just a short time ago. The shooting happened near Highway 59 and FM 1960. Our Michelle Choi spoke with the police chief about how all of this happened.
Now, this is the parking lot where that shootout took place between police and the gunman. We're told Officer Goddard showed up moments before to help. Minutes later, he was shot in the chest. He even drove himself to the hospital thinking he had been hit in the heart instead. Evidence markers littered the scene overnight. Police say this all started when two guys stole a PlayStation at a home nearby. Officers tracked their car down. That's when a short chase began. When they finally stopped, the driver took off running across the highway into this parking lot. Police say they tried to tase him, and that's when he started shooting at police, hitting Officer Cliff Goddard, who wasn't wearing his bulletproof vest at the time.
He always wears it, but this one particular time he left out of here because it was so close and he was trying to help.
That's right. The 24-year veteran left the station in a hurry, wanting to back up his fellow officers. He was shot in the chest, but incredibly, the bullet came back out of his arm, a saving grace.
He was blessed and very fortunate, and we're glad he's not hurt.
The shooter was also hit during that shootout, but is expected to be okay. The other suspect was arrested on scene. Now, the chief tells us this is the first time in over 32 years someone from his department has been shot. A wake-up call for his fellow officers who realize just how important a bulletproof vest truly is. Reporting from Humboldt, Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
Houston police officer taken to the hospital after being rear-ended on the North Freeway last night. Investigators say she was checking on a vehicle stopped near the McKinney Street exit near downtown and was inside her patrol car when she was struck by a suspected drunk driver. Deputies are looking for the driver who hit and killed a woman in front of a school last night. They say she was run over by at least 3 vehicles and that none of the drivers stopped. This happened around 8:30 in front of Bammel Elementary on Red Oak Drive up in Spring. Police need your help finding the man that you see right there. They want to question him about a crime spree from Pasadena to the University of Houston campus. Police arrested a second man as a part of that case. You're looking at video of the arrest going down. This was here at U of H near our temporary studios. If you recognize that first man, call Pasadena Police. And if you were on the road this morning, well, you saw this and a whole lot of it. Low visibility all over town. Of course, it slowed traffic down, causing a couple of wrecks. Right now, we're starting to clear up outside. Brooks Garner here with a look at our forecast and what the rest of your Valentine's Day looks like. Hey, Brooks?
Well, I think, Sherman, a lot of people are going to really love the weather on this Valentine's Day because it's much warmer, and I think we're going to see some breaks of sunshine this afternoon before the day is out. Right now, though, it's overcast. Here's a live view from the St. Thomas High School in Houston, looking over the Memorial area where certainly those clouds have socked us in there. Visibility is vastly improving after all the fog this morning. The worst right now is College Station, but they've got 3/4 visibility, so it's just fine. Just a little hazy there for everybody else, though. Tracking some breaks of sun right now on the south coast in coastal Brazoria County and also especially Matagorda County. It's been a sunny and very warm morning. Elsewhere, though, the clouds remain. I do think, once again, we'll see breaks of sun before the day is out, especially along and south of I-10. But check out these temperatures. We are sitting pretty right now already at 74 degrees in Hobby, 75 in Pearland. You know, we're going to have spots today, Sherman, flirting with 80 degrees. Coming up, we'll tell you how long that lasts.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Thank you very much, Brooks. President Trump's personal attorney is saying he used his own money to pay porn actress Stormy Daniels $130,000 in 2016. She claimed an affair with the president in 2006, then recanted and denied receiving hush money. Attorney Michael Cohen says he was not reimbursed for that money. President Trump denies the affair.